Goeienaand. Good evening, fellow South Africans. Yeah, it's been a busy, busy morning for me. It's now nearly 6 a.m., but I'm getting there. I know it's getting close to 10 p.m. your time in South Africa. Okay, I received an email from Mon, and it's got a very sound suggestion, and I would like to add to what he's actually suggested here, and I'll read it to you. He says, white South Africans must stop using BEE or BBEEE companies as far as possible. Fight fire with fire. If you need a plumber, and call a company, inquire if they are BEE registered, and if they are, then refuse to use them. And rather you ask on groups where to find a white-owned company who employs a majority of whites, or a sole proprietor. Sole proprietors, if it's a white person, they don't have a problem with BEE. That's my understanding. Also ask who will be coming to my house to do the work, black or white, and if it's a black, refuse to use them, and find a company who employs whites. If your insurance company appoints a company, refuse to use them. It is your right to do so, and use a white company who employs white people. There are many whites with small, unregistered companies doing small jobs to try and survive, and we need to be supportive of them. Secondly, I have an idea which I'm working on, which may need your help in the future. White gardeners and white domestic servants. I'm looking at training poor whites or white squatters to be proper gardeners and domestic workers. I will approach the Freedom Front Plus and AfriForum for assistance in marketing and recruitment, and I'm sure you will also be willing to assist, and let's get the white people employed. As a gardener or domestic, they can be earning up to 1,000 Rand per week, working 5 days a week. That's 4,000 Rand a month. If two people are working, they can get back on their feet again. Later on, we can start training white security guards and establish non-BEE security firms, and I'm sure most white-owned companies will rather use them. I think you'll find many black companies will also rather have a white security guard. I don't want to bore you with some of the history about the Afrikaner. During 1910 to 1930, the Afrikaners suffered a similar situation as now. That's where the term arm blanke, or poor whites, came from. And the government had a plan. They placed the poor whites in state-owned companies like SAR, or the railways, Sasol, etc. Now SAR and Sasol are ANC run, but our households and gardens are not. We can employ who we want. Domestic servants are also not regulated by BEE or the government yet. Finally, in reality, the majority of white South Africans are unable to leave South Africa. Non-skilled workers, cash issues, some are too old, etc., and for them, they have to make the best of a bad situation. I want to help those people. And by the way, I don't want to make even a cent out of the initiative. Sponsors and donations, if there are, will go to the candidates, uniforms, food, etc. Well, I think that's a great initiative, and this channel will completely support that, Mon. Look, please send me more information about it. I think you've got my email address. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got this email. But I have something that I'd like to add to your suggestion. Wouldn't it be lovely to have a database, an online database offshore, where white South Africans could actually look up plumbers, electricians, etc., in their area who are white? And I think the only proviso is there would have to be sole proprietor companies. I think if you've got more than one employee, you have to go into the BEE thing. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. So please let me know if I'm wrong. But if anyone out there could help Morn, and let's look at establishing a database of white people who are willing to work, and including gardeners and household work. Fantastic idea. And what I'll do is I'll also put you in contact with Patrick, but I'll do that after the week because he's got his hands full right now. with this other project we're doing. Alrighty. Please have a great day, and remember to subscribe to be kept informed. It's all happening, guys. It's all happening. A boer market.